Welcome to College Admissions Toolbox, giving you the edge you need to get into the colleges of your dreams. With your host, Steve Schwartz. That's me.
I wanted to give you guys some tips on getting past writer's block and finally starting your college essay. Because writer's block can really hit anybody, especially when it comes to writing personal college essays. When I was working on my college essay, I'd be sitting at my computer for hours, chatting with friends online, and then by the end of the night, I wouldn't have written down a single word. So if this sounds a little bit familiar to you, just know that you're not alone. And really, don't worry, because it won't be that hard to get inspired and write the best essay possible for yourself once you have a plan of action. As corny as it sounds, the journey of 1,000 miles really does begin with a single step. So I want to help you get started with this by breaking the whole thing down into small pieces. Obviously, every essay is going to have to be different and unique to the individual, but I've put together a loose template for how to write essays so that you can really structure ones that are effective. I'm going to give you a quick 7-step plan to take you from staring at that blank document on your computer screen to hitting submit on the final draft of your college essays. Step 1, decide your goals. Before starting any big project, it's really necessary to know what you're trying to do. The essay is about showing off who you are, those qualities that don't come through in the rest of your application. So really take the time to think about what you want to emphasize. Is it how determined you are in the face of challenges, how creative or quirky you are, that you're a loyal friend? So make a list of those qualities and keep these goals in mind when you're planning your essay. Step 2, choose a story to tell. Sometimes you'll get to choose the college essay topic. Other times they're going to choose it for you. Common App essays are really just meant to be jumping off points. You can really write almost anything you want for each of the topics. So really, no matter what, you get to decide what you write about at the end of the day. In my opinion, it's best to tell some kind of story about yourself. Choose the story or experience that's most interesting and significant to you, and the one that would allow you to best accomplish the goals that you're laying out in step 1. Step 3 is outline the structure. Before you start writing, decide how you're going to structure the essay. Make an outline. One common and effective structure is to start with a paragraph about yourself, then tell the story, then talk about the significance of that story. Another option is to start with the story and then connect it to your personality. Of course, there are many other structures you might decide to use, but deciding which one you'll use first can make writing that essay a lot less scary and make the final draft more organized in the end. Step 4 is outline the content step by step. To do this, just write the bullet points in chronological order, covering what you want to say and remembering how it relates to the goals we laid out in step 1. You could write down just a few words for each bullet point, but the more detailed your outline is, the easier the next step will be. Step 5 is write it. You knew this part would come eventually. You've already got the outline, so just take the time to put it in full sentences. Change up your sentence structure, add transition words and phrases, descriptive words, and all that other stuff that English teachers and college admission officers really love. Step 6 is to trim it down or bulk it up. Now that you've got a rough draft, it's time to think about length. If the essay is too short, make sure that it's accomplished all the goals you laid out before. If you're convinced that it's already done, maybe add a few more descriptive details or anecdotes. While this will obviously make your essay longer, it'll also make it more interesting. Now, if the rough draft is too long, go back and trim it down. If you have any sentences that are repetitive or that don't introduce new information, you might want to cut those. So depending on how many words you're over the limit, you might have to make some difficult decisions at this point. If all else fails, get a trusted friend, parent, or teacher, someone who can review your essay for you, to read it over and tell you what's essential and what's gotta go. And the final step is to edit. I really can't stress this enough. Get anyone who's willing to help you with this. Even if you think you're the next Shakespeare and think it's perfect as it is, keep editing. You'll really be glad you did later. And while feedback from people you know could be useful, it comes with its own set of drawbacks like I've mentioned before. It's hard to say no to feedback from people you know and respect if you disagree with the changes they want you to make. And it's sometimes hard for people you know to be 100% honest about what they really think. So I've created a small private online community where you can get feedback on your college essays from other students who are going through the process. You'll also get feedback on your college essays from me personally. This private online community is just one of several resources I've put together. They're all part of a premium course I've created to help you write effective college essays. You can sign up to join at collegeadmissionstoolbox.com/essays.
Thanks for listening to College Admissions Toolbox. Head over to www.collegeadmissionstoolbox.com to get more free tools and resources that will help you get into the colleges of your dreams.